Disclaimer, no investment advice provided. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please read the disclaimer in your own time. Hello, Swayze is here. Hope everyone is well. Thought I'd do like a little quick podcast video, mini podcast on a few popular tickers. Since we've had the markets closed today, the UK market's been a bank holiday Monday. Weather's atrocious in the north. Typical wet, rainy, cold bank holiday, but oh well, not to worry. We've got to be thankful for every day above ground, as they say. So let's jump into a few interesting tickers. Oh, and by the way, thanks for the feedback. I put a free tutorial on Twitter, and it's going quite well on the danger of getting involved, going long when there's downtrends involved. So that was, if you've not checked that out yet, check it out and give me your feedback. It's like 30 minutes long, and I just wanted to share one of the free video tutorials that we have in Swayze's Charts Discord, and it's proving popular. So let's have a look at GGP. Right, so what I like to look at on the charts to pretty much start off with is the big picture. So we look at the daily chart. This is the macro view with GGP, and I think we've got a large macro uptrend. We've had a lot of sell-offs, as we know, the past 2 or 3 months. You've got bull cycles and bear cycles. In the AIM market and a lot of the the 350 mid caps and what have you, we've had quite a lot of selling off. But looking at the big picture with GGP, we've got a really nice trend line that I've drawn, touch dominant trend line to the lows. And if we just zoom into more local action with GGP, you can see we've had this sell off. Price then went into a tight consolidation zone, and we've had some really nice support at this smaller channel. So it looks like we've got a channel within a channel. And then the last day of trading, which was 30th of April, just before the bank holiday weekend, we've got this beautiful tail bar. So what I like about GGP is we've got some cracking market structure up ahead. There's a level of resistance that price has stubbornly not really wanted to get past, which price really needs to get over 24.30, 24.30, or let's have a look, 24.34p to be specific. That's a great candle. Let's see whether or not price wants to carry on moving in the short to medium term in this channel idea that I've got. A channel within a channel, we've got a lot of touches, we've got this stubborn resistance, but this is how price moves. It moves within channels and consolidation zones, but we can see that price started finding support round about 26th of March, and then came back up, sold off, and I think we're now in, on the daily chart looking at GGP, I think we're now in this smaller, more local action uptrend. So let's see how price moves. Price looks like it may be motivated to come back at some point soon and try and test these former levels. Okay, so price is sold off. We're in the larger macro uptrend. We've got a channel within a channel. Got some stubborn resistance up ahead, but we've also got some strong support as well coming from these swing lows at these points back in the past with GGP. Let's have a look at POW, because that's a real popular ticker. Now let's just try and decode what's going on with POW. So we made some tweets. Price has kind of gone bullish again. We had a sell-off, should I say, with POW, very similar to GGP. Like start of this year, we've had this sell-off, we have this bear cycle. But again, if we look at the macro, we've got a lovely structure of a macro uptrend. Price is moving within this larger structure, and I predicted the break of the downtrend, which it did. and then price was touching like 2.99p-ish on the 26th. We called that break prior on, I think, on like the 21st. And I think, similar to GGP, price is now going to be moving within a smaller channel within a channel. So hopefully in the medium to longer term, price is going to start wanting to creep up and start testing these levels again, as we can see with Power Metal Resources. To me, on the charts, the medium to longer term picture is looking very bullish. I've always been quite bullish with POW. Should we have a quick look at AMGO? AMGO's been making some interesting moves recently as well. Let's just try and find AMGO. Right, so AMGO recently broke out of this really stubborn resistance. We had stubborn resistance at like 18.14p. Price couldn't get out of that resistance since like early July of last year, 2020, right? So AMGO's gone bullish, has broken out. Now this is the more local channel that I see, that I've drawn with AMGO, and there's been some really strong buying with some decent volume involved, and we've had a lot of positive buying volume since the 21st, really, when price started testing this historical resistance. Price broke through with AMGO, gave us some really pretty much solid candles of buying action, and then we've got market structure up ahead. What does AMGO want to do? Does it want to touch 28? Does it want to touch 28 or even more? The bigger picture with AMGO, we've still got a macro downtrend. So the big picture is a macro downtrend, consolidation. As we can see, which we stated earlier, mid-June 2020, AMGO started consolidating within this tighter price bandwidth, has broken out of that consolidation zone, and then we've got some quite solid buying action. And looking at this market structure of this channel, we've got some nice room up ahead for some further bullish moves with AMGO. So it's looking pretty cool. Like the look of it. Price may want to consolidate along. I'm not saying that price is going to start wanting to test these levels straight away, but it's definitely forming some sort of bullish structure. Let's have a look at Vast really quickly, because Vast recently has broken that 2-year macro downtrend that I was talking about on Twitter quite a lot, tweeting about on Twitter with the charts and what have you. Let's just open up the charts and just try and find Vast. I've lost the ticker to it. And what I'll do is I'll try and timestamp these tickers in the YouTube description box, guys. So you can just fast forward to whatever you're interested in. You don't need to listen to me going on like a broken record. Right, okay, so Vast broke the downtrend. I recharted it. And I said early last week as well that it looks like it's forming some sort of a bull flag. And that's exactly what Vast has done. If we look on the 4-hour, we've got a bull flag formation. A lot of the times in the markets you see bull flags forming. It's a way of creating the structure where price will want to use these levels to create movement to the up. So with Vast on the 4-hour, we've got this bull flag. You can see it's quite clearly a bull flag. So we're absolutely bang on with that. Look at all the levels of support moving perfectly up at the bottom angle of this bull flag. Right, so will we see Vast use this bull flag to test this market structure up ahead? Because the larger structure appears to be an uptrend channel now with Vast. We'll just go back to the daily chart. We've got quite a few touches here which kind of validates this idea a little bit. Are we going to see Vast want to touch these low levels and bounce off this lower support, or are we going to see this bull flag being used to test these levels up ahead? We've got some resistance if Vast is going to carry on being bullish. We've got some key levels. We've got a key level of like 0.1427, Now, what you see with the markets is a lot of the times price is very motivated to return to gap levels. So the last significant gap level with VAST, as we can see, was 0.1611 or 0.1611, should I say, sorry. So will price want to test that gap level? But we can see we've got the flag on the daily and on the 4-hour chart as well. So it's pretty cool. What else should we look at? Let's have a look at SNG. Because I know in the markets with SNG, I think we had a huge sell-off with SNG on the last day of trading last week, right? So let's have a quick look. Because I kind of noticed something interesting on the macro view with SNG. We were charting it out in Swayze's Charts Discord. And look, if anyone checks the tweets, you'll see that we identified this downtrend with SNG. Market states can change like that. You can go from a bull to a bear cycle like that. The real trick is trying to figure out what the market is doing so we understand the market structure. Now, we charted this out in the Discord. You can prove it with historical time stamp charts. Not an issue. We've had this charted for a good while now, this particular downtrend. So price used, the sellers used this market structure on the 30th, last day trading last week, to sell VAST off 19.23% close to the down, to the down, which is pretty aggressive selling. Now, I was looking at SNG, Synergen PLC on the macro picture, and I've noticed that we've got some interesting levels. So drew the trend line. We've got significant amount of touches along these levels here from July 2020, and then we've got a significant amount of touches from December to like January of this year, and then with the sell-off, this sell-off candle has encountered this level. Now, what is going to happen? Is price going to use this level as support? And if it does, and if the buyers do want to come back in with SNG, we've got the potential for the market structure up ahead moving forward. So it's very, very interesting. I know that's a really overused word that I use. I apologise. But it kind of fascinates me looking at the market structure with SNG. Are the buyers going to come back in? Bearing in mind that candle would have taken out a lot of margin traders and maybe kind of like forced people out of the moves. Therefore, the market makers are achieving liquidity. And I am genuinely fascinated with technical analysis and with the way the structure forms. So we have market structure, which is the room for price to move. So for example, we have the market structure for the room with this channel for price to drop to the low. And that's exactly what it did. I've not adjusted this channel at all since I drew it, and price came down to the exact level and closed at the exact level of this local downtrend. So I'm not calling SNG at all in a minute. We need to see when the market's open tomorrow what is going to occur. If I was a betting man, I would say that moving forward into the near future, I think the buy is going to come back into these levels. We're going to get some support with SNG, and then we have market structure up ahead and some resistance as well. Got some key levels of resistance. Let's see what happens. I can see a cup and handle formation here, which is usually a heads up on bullish continuation, right? Which sounds a bit crazy when you've had a downtrend and a sell-off. But look, this is what I say to the students, right? You cannot base a long-term projection on individual movements within the day, unless you're day trading, right? If you're a momentum trader or you're a day trader like some popular guys out there, right, and you don't really understand market structure, but you understand momentum and day trading, all right, fair enough. I understand where you're coming from. But what we look at in our Discord and one of the systems that we teach is more longer term moves longer term swing positions and moves. So instead of looking at just one individual bad day or good day in the market, it's all about overall market structure, and that is how we plot out the potential moves of the markets, trend reversals. Is there room for it to go to certain levels? Where's the resistance? Where's the support? Is it breaking out of a triangle? Is it breaking out of a consolidation zone? And that is how we kind of like put all the methodologies together to try and come up with pretty accurate predictions on the whole of where price is going. All right, so that's SNG. So let's see what happens when the market opens tomorrow with SNG, and let's see where the buyers or the sellers and the market makers want to take price action. What else should we have a look at? Should we have a quick look at BMN? That's been making some pretty interesting moves. I kind of did a redraw with BMN, should I say, Bushfield Minerals Limited. I'm bullish with BMN. Made a video a couple of weeks ago. Price dipped a little bit, but now has closed significantly higher than when we made the video. This is how I see the macro channel with BMN. Channel BID, I had a channel A, which I deleted, and then we came up with this new idea. So we had, with BMN, similar to GGP, POW, SNG sell-offs. So the market makers have been getting the money back through selling, right? Pretty much since the beginning of this year. There's definite patterns across many of the tickers. Very, very similar sell-off. But I back tested it out, and price started to break out this downtrend. So 6th of April, price closed above this downtrend, and then closed above again. A couple of days, a little bit of a sell-off, closed above again. These are massive. This is a massive heads up that the buyers want to come back into the fold, even though after that price sold off. But then look what happened. We have this triangle configuration, and we had on the last day trading with BMN, we had a lovely candle that closed above these significant levels. So if we look at the bigger picture with BMN, we have some lovely market structure up ahead moving forward. This is how I see the big picture. Again, I'm not giving entries here. I'm not offering financial advice. I'm not saying that price is not going to visit maybe these lower levels. Price likes to do 1 touches, 2 touches, 3 touches sometimes to the lower levels before it bounces, because the market makers are always looking to take people out. The market makers are always looking to achieve liquidity. That's the name of the game. That is why you have to keep your emotions in check when you are approaching these markets. Learning a strong system of technical analysis can enable you to do that. Oh, by the way, with Swayze's Charts Discord, we've had a revamp of the Discord. We've made it more intuitive, more dynamic. The rooms have been reorganized. We've added some new rooms as well. And the feedback that I'm getting from the students is that they're absolutely loving it. And I'm always trying to add value and serve the members to the best of my capabilities. So this is absolutely wonderful. Twitter, we've been on Twitter now for 10 months. And we've had Swayze's Charts Discord for like going on nine months now. And we're going from strength to strength, growing a very strong community. If you're interested in some special offers on how to become a member of Swayze's Charts Discord and learn this system of technical analysis for yourself, it's an empowering skill. I know that's a buzzword, but this truly is an empowering skill. Why? Because it offers you the ability to create your own ideas and not rely on rampers and retweeters and hypers, Telegram groups. I'm not saying that there's not, you can get good value out of some of these individuals and Twitter accounts and stuff like that, but when you can validate it with your own ideas using a proven system of technical analysis, surely that's only a good thing moving forward, right? So I'm going to call this little mini podcast, call it an end on this one, should I say. I don't want to go on too long because I can talk a glass eye to sleep. I'll put the time code in the description box for the tickers, and I hope everyone has had a great weekend with the friends and family, and I look forward to seeing all you wonderful people on Twitter. If you like the video, please give it a like, please give it a share, please give it a retweet. It really helps the algorithms, and I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks a lot.